Well, we're here with, who the heck am I here with?
Well, they call me Longhaulpaul. And my name is Paul Pellin. I'm from Londonderry, New Hampshire. Sometimes that's where I live.
But you're called Longhaulpaul for a reason, right?
It's true. I used to be a long-distance motorcycle competitor. About a decade ago, I was Iron Butt Rally participant and finisher, and unfortunately was diagnosed with MS in 2005, and I stopped competing at that point, and I gave up riding. I didn't think I could ride anymore. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. I decided a couple of years ago that I couldn't compete, but I could actually still ride, and that's when I decided to come out with this plan to document 1 million miles for multiple sclerosis. And for the past 3 years, I've been riding around the country, speaking to groups of people that are living with multiple sclerosis, trying to encourage them to continue doing what they're passionate about, or find something new that they can be passionate about, because it will, you find something that's
really annoying, isn't it?
one of the things that MS has taken away from me is my ability to concentrate. And cognitive issues actually were my first symptoms that drove me to find out what was wrong with me. I really thought I was losing my mind, but or my last marble had finally rolled away. But no, it actually, MS, what it does, it destroys the myelin sheath, or the insulation around nerves in your brain, and it doesn't allow the signals to go through. And with me, it's some of my memory and thought processes and things that have been damaged. So I kind of learned to live with it, roll with the punches. I'm pretty good at making stuff up, so I blame everything on the disease. But I travel the country speaking to groups of MS people, and just encouraging them to find something to be passionate about, and make that passion more important than the disease. And with me, riding is my passion. I started 3 years ago with this crazy idea. I've now ridden 140,000 miles. Reaching out to well over 150 different groups of people. I've started writing for a couple of magazines, motorcycle and health magazines. Apparently people want to hear what I have to say, which is...
Yeah, they do.
Some people told me that would never happen, but I'm passionate about what I'm doing, and I think it comes through. I've started some motorcycle fundraisers. I've got a website, longhaulpaul.com.
Longhaulpaul.com.
And
okay.
On my website, you can track where I've been. You can follow me live. You can sign up for my blog and get updates when I write new stories. The story that I'm going to write about this wonderful weekend here is probably going to be 95% about my hotel room, which you're going to have to wait. But
that'll be our next episode for you, those of you following at home. Okay.
Absolutely. But today I'm just trying to raise awareness for MS, tell people about my fundraisers. I do one called the MS 5000, and I also do one called Silhouette 500. Both of those you could just Google and find the information on them, or on my website. My biggest message to people that just get diagnosed with MS is to There's lots of medications out there now that will slow down the disease and its progression. And if you get on medication right away, here I am 10 years after being diagnosed, and I'm actually feel healthier and better because I've made some changes in my life, but also I've changed my attitude about the disease and about what I can do in life and what I'm going to do in life. And there's no reverse on my motorcycle. I know some of the bikes over there have them, but my motorcycle does not have reverse, and neither does life. And you need to just...
Tell me about the 1 million miles. Why are you driving 1 million miles? Because when you're going to get there, what are you going to get?
My goal is to drive 1 million miles, and the reasoning behind that is I once heard a neurologist say, a cure for multiple sclerosis is 1 million miles away. And I thought, 1 million miles, how far can that be? So I decided that I was going to just...
Drive 1 million miles?
Drive 1 million miles, go get it, and bring it back.
Excellent. We all get along with a little help from our friends, right?
A couple years down the road, now I'm starting to realize I probably should have said kilometers.
So, Paul, if we want to help you out and help people out like yourself and help the organization, what do? We go to where?
Well, all of my fundraisers, I've been donating all the money, 100% to the National MS Society. I find that they're really the biggest organization out there. They're very public. You can see all their financials and stuff. And motorcyclists are very giving people. They're very generous. And so I try to run a couple of motorcycle events. But if people want to run their own and things like that, donating to the National MS Society gives the money to programs for people that have MS, but also for research. They're one of the biggest funders of research for MS and for a cure, which is, ultimately what we really want to find is a cure. Fixing what's going wrong is okay, but we want to make it so it doesn't happen. I don't want my kids to get MS. I don't want your kids to get MS. And so, I want to find a cure. And if they find a cure before I reach 1 million miles, I'll take a couple weeks off.
Good. Paul, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Longhaulpaul. Go there.